What it do? Gary Lamm, Minute Mania Mafia. It's your main man, Gary Lamm. And we are talking likes and dislikes. Super wild card weekend. What that means for your 49ers. But I'm going to tell you what. Right off the bat. You listen to Gary Lamm, Minute Mania about football, baseball, basketball, wrestling. I'm telling you, months ago, weeks ago, during the game, what people are just telling you right now. Starting with how the 49ers win the Super Bowl, and that's for Brock Purdy to game manage. That's it. The same suckers that criticize you for being a game manager all year, saying you're a system guy. Brock, if you don't play within the system, they're going to be the same guys talking shit. Don't listen to them. Do your damn thing. People quote my lines, talking about Bing Rhymes telling Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction, don't let your pride beat you, baby. Don't let your pride beat you, Brock. Brock, you're a believer. What was the fall of Satan? It was pride, baby. Don't go down to pride. Remember that. Gary Lamm is ahead of his time. A legend in my own mind. We're about to start Gary Lamm in Mania. Likes and dislikes. Are you ready, baby? Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, 49er faithful throughout the multiverse, welcome to Gary Lamm, Main Event Mania, likes and dislikes, live from a macho man. Break you off with game, gonna make you say, oh yeah. And oh yeah, I like the way it went down. Super wild card weekend. And I'm going to tell you why. 49er faithful. We got a lot of content creators. Maybe we're a little scared. But my initial feeling when the Packers were our opponent, I ain't sweating them. I respect them, but I don't sweat them. Likes and dislikes. Super wild card. Super wild, baby. Super wild card weekend. And I'm going to tell you what it means for the 49ers. But I'm going to tell you, I was sweating the Rams a little bit more. I'm going to tell you why. When you got a top-notch coach and a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Stafford, the Rams coach, you got top-notch quarterbacks like Mahomes and Reed, John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson. Those are the ones that scare me a little bit. All right, those are the ones that scare me a little bit. What up, Night Shift? Gary Lamm, Minute Mania. I'm just telling people what time it is. I'm telling people months ago, before the playoffs started, Zach, brother, I am on the Brock Purdy bandwagon since the beginning. I said he had a new arm, but this sucker needs to make the team. Very first preseason game I seen him, I predicted his stats. Prime Jeff Garcia. Look up Prime Jeff Garcia. Better passer rating, but raw numbers, very, very similar. Edged out Jeff Garcia in passing yards. I said, Brock, if anything, he has to prove he can win in the pocket. He has to prove he can win in the pocket, and he did. Brock is quick. Brock is an athlete. And I don't think he's a game manager. But what he has to do to win the Super Bowl is manage the game. More playoff games are lost than won. Ask the Dallas Cowboys. Ask the Dallas Cowboys. And I told you that while the games are playing, the last game of the season, which I call Week 17, I didn't even count the Rams game. As soon as the Niners clinched home field, I'm saying, Brock, don't listen to nobody, because the same suckers calling you a game manager, criticizing you. They will criticize you if you don't manage the game, get out of pocket, and turn the ball over. Gary Lamm, ahead of his time. People are just saying that now, and you can see me in a yellow vest in my backyard with frogs serenading me. If the faithful won't hear you, the frogs will, and I am there. People are just telling you that right now. The same people criticizing Brock for being a game manager are going to be the same ones on his back if he doesn't manage the game. And I'm the one saying, hey, it's like Bing Rhymes and Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction. Don't let your pride beat you. Brock, you're a believer, brother. So am I. We're not perfect men. We make mistakes, my man. You let your pride beat you, brother. That's how it beats Satan. That's how it beat us. All you need, brother, what you're missing. And it'll come back. Who cares if you come back against the Packers? What you're missing is the Super Bowl. Hey, Tom Brady dinked and dunked. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is win the Super Bowl. And that's it. It doesn't matter about the stats. Troy Aikman, hey, he never outplayed Steve Young. But sometimes he did. It was never about that. It's about what you do to win for your team. And that's it. Gary Lamm at Event Mania. Likes and dislikes. Wild Card Weekend. I'm going to talk about the matchup, what I like and don't like. But I'll tell you one thing I like about the 49ers, and it comes down to the Philadelphia Eagles getting waxed in Tampa Bay, knocked out of the season by the 49ers, and its continuity with the coaching staff. And I give Kyle Shanahan a bunch of flack. All right, Zach? And I'm saying, I have one of my biggest videos after the Super Bowl when Andy Reid was telling his players, get out of bounds, and head coaching. And Kyle Shanahan in the NFC Championship game, he has his head in the playbook. All right, I said, get a lackey to be your offensive coordinator. Even if you make the whole game plan, the whole script, when it's your script, you are tied to it. If I'm the boss, Zach, and I give you I literally can give you a script, and I can say, your script sucks, even though it's mine. We're doing a new thing. All right, that's just what it is. But I'm going to say this. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, Zach, coaching matters. And what Kyle Shanahan does, he does offer a system on both sides of the ball. When you don't know, look, it's like a boxer. You're in the corner and you're trying to say, fight harder. No, you need a strategy. And the 49ers have a go-to strategy on both sides of the ball. The Niners have suffered some of the worst defeats since 2019. Lost the Super Bowl, lost NFC Championship games. Quarterbacks, lost every damn quarterback. Failed number one draft picks. The whole you're playing a team in the Packers this week. They got some great threat. They groomed a quarterback. They failed. Everything we had in Trey Lance, we failed to do that. And we still came back because we got continuity. And as much as I give Kyle Shanahan flack, he demands that his system is going to be on offense. Hey, and you know what? The system helps keeps you going. People love stability. When you have stability, then you can flex on it. Look at the reason why Gary Lamm made it work. So the reason why I can flex and bob and weave and duck, because I got a game plan, baby. And Kyle Shanahan, even though We have a new defensive coordinator for the past 3 years. We had Salah. We had D'Amico Ryans. They're both doing fine. But we have Steve Wilkes in the booth, out of the booth. You know what he did? Stability for the players. He demanded. Vic Fangio could have been our defensive coordinator. He was hanging out with the team. He's one of the guys. He's part of the fabric in San Francisco. He is venerated because of the Harbaugh years, Vic Fangio, and he should be. Damn right, that was some good defenses under the Harbaugh years, and Fangio, that's who gets all the credit, right? The 3-4. But Shanahan has stability, and for his players, he demanded a made guy, Steve Wilkes, to come out of the booth. My players, they know they need a raw guy. And yeah, they do. They do. They needed that. Shanahan, he creates a system where no one goes to jail. You got you got new plays on both sides of the ball. But your players they have the bones and they can play off the bones. They have the framework and they can freestyle within the framework. They got the baseline. They got the bars, and they're freestyling off. They're freestyling off the plan, and that's why it works. That's why we're not the fucking Eagles. That's why every time we get our asses knocked down, we get the fuck back up. But eventually, they get post-concussion syndrome or whatever. We can't get knocked down again. So I want to give Kyle Shanahan his credit because he's keeping a system. He's keeping his system, and that's why we're not the Eagles. That's why, as much as we failed, as much as Kyle failed, there is consistency within the organization. There is consistency with the offense, and that's where Kyle gets the credit. If I'm gonna get on your case, I got to give you credit, and that's why. And I'm never a fire Kyle guy. Never, ever, ever. The system can run itself. The guys know what they're doing. When things go bad, you can hold on to what you know, baby. And that's on both sides of the ball. And what happened with Wilkes, he wanted to do his thing. Yeah, the defense got better. Our defensive backs are better. They are better. Man for man better. Thank you, Steve Wilkes. But Kyle has a system. I'm the guy in the playbook. I'm a dork, and I'm not very nice. Steve Wilkes. He looks like a professor, but when he's on the field, man, he's mad, he's angry, he's throwing this and that. Yeah, that's the formula. The formula is your defensive coordinator gives your team the energy on the field. The 49ers have a formula. That is why they are not the Eagles. That's why when they get hit in the damn chin, knocked out of the playoffs in horrific ways, down 10 in the Super Bowl, your third quarterback gets knocked out, his arm blown off. Hey, it was 14-14 in that NFC Championship game. That's why we're not the Eagles. That's a big-time like. And you know what? We don't come back in games, but we do come back from losses. I can't imagine the downfall of the 49ers as long as Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are with this team. I can't imagine none of that. Well, we traded our future away for a guy who's not even on our team anymore. We traded our future away. What's up, Ames? 057266, if that is your real name. Thank you for joining Gary Lamm, Manifest Mania. Just a rehash. This is likes and dislikes. Super wild card weekend. And my first like, how it connects to the 49ers, is the 49ers have consistency in their organization. Offense, same offense. They have a formula on defense. They're going to run the wide nine. They're stuck. You know what? The little babies on defense, they want to stay in their same defense. They want to have their consistency. They want to have their defensive coordinator on the field. We know what? Kyle makes it happen. Kyle gives the 49ers the consistency they need. That's why we are not going down like the Eagles. Bad losses, bad injuries, but we never quit. Right? That's the first like. But let's get on to our opponents. Let's get real here. Green Bay Packers I'm going to tell you straight up, the first likes. I'm going to tell you what. The Packers haven't had a bye since week 6. The Packers have not had a bye since week 6. All right? The Niners just had a bye. The Packers, 89 defensive plays against the Cowboys. The Niners play well with the rest. Nobody's hurt on offense. Nobody's hurt on offense. I like that, first of all. That's my big like. The 49ers are rested. The Packers went on the road. God knows the weather in Green Bay. We got some storms. There's some rough tides on the West Coast and the ocean. But if you're not by the ocean, it ain't bothering you none. 49ers are rested. First like. The rest advantage goes to the 49ers. And you know what? This is not fair. Why are the Packers having to play why is the most rested team taking on a tired team on a Saturday? This is not fair. The Niners are the most rested team in the NFC. And the Packers get a short week against a rested team? That ain't cool. Hey, you know what? League is helping the 49ers. And guess what? I'll take it. And just a heads up, Gary Lamm will not be able to cover the game. I will be at SCW Square One, January 20th. That is right during the game, Saturday. But you know what? I will be announcing updates, score updates between matches. I will be the lead color analysis at South Bay Championship Wrestling Square One. You got Chemo versus Boys Grand for the championship. You got the tag team champions on the line, Rock and Rodeo Express versus Bike Club. You got Jordan Blue versus Scarlett Rose, and more. We're not talking about that right now. First like, the Niners got major rest. This is huge. But you know what? I'm not going to take it lightly because the Packers, unlike the 49ers, are a younger team. Those kids could be good. Romeo Dobbs is probably in the club right now, and he'll be perfectly fine. All right? But I do like the rest. I also like the Packers are the 28th worst rush team. From 1 to 28. Packers are 28, giving up 128.3 yards a game. That's not a good matchup for you, Packers. A tired team. The Packers didn't look tired on Sunday, okay? Straight up. They didn't show no signs of tiredness. They look fresh, they look spry. But the rest is favoring the 49ers. You got a team that has been better against the run the last few games, the Packers. But that's 28 versus McCaffrey and Debo and Jordan Mason and Mitchell. That ain't a good connection. And Brock can move if he needs to. That's not good for you. And I'm going to comment from the night shift. NFC should be a cakewalk, but you know Kyle, he'll choke it somehow. And that's the big question. I'll get to that in dislikes. All right? I'll get to that in dislikes. But it's pertinent to this point. It's to Kyle. It's to Brock. Don't show off. Kyle, this is up to you, bro. And I made a video. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, it'll be because of Brock overcoming some of Kyle's just strange tendencies to choke the damn big games away. passing when he should run the ball, right? Not having a satisfactory championship level 2-minute offense. At least in the second half. In the first half, we seem to be able to score. I don't know what the hell is going on. I gave Kyle praise, but I want to validate your concern, Night Shift. That yes, that it should be a cakewalk. And somehow Kyle messes it up. I was thinking Brock can overcome some of that stuff. But I'm going to reiterate what I said. Kyle, this is your time. It's time to scheme suckers open. First read open for your second-year quarterback. Scheme them open. I want easy reads. Kyle, easy reads for your QB. This is the time to make plays. Easy reads, easy passes. Get the kid warmed up. Don't mess around. And Brock, don't listen to this game manager stuff. There are some guys right now who cannot get to the third read like you who played 10 years. All right? Recap. 49ers, consistency on offensive defense. They know what they're doing. The 49ers have consistency. The Packers are a little bit young. Rest. 49ers got all the rest. About 3 weeks of rest for some of these guys. Versus the Packers, 89 plays for their defense last week. I know it was Scrubino time towards the end of the game, but they had to bring some guys in. The Packers had some injuries. And playing Saturday when you just played Sunday against the most rested team in the league, or at least in the NFC, that's not right. That's not fair. The rest is all 49ers. And despite the Packers putting it on the Cowboys still moved the ball. They scored 32 points, most of that in the second half. They did get a score in the second half. I know the younger team, and what the Packers are, they got players on both sides of the ball. Some of the same stars are still there. But 32 points. Dak Prescott, 403 yards passing. 124 yards rushing for the Cowboys. A lot of that was Dak. But they still moved the ball. And look at that's technically a 2-score game. I'm not going to act like it was close. It was not. The damn party was over, early. But Dak threw that game away. There was a bad connection between Dak and CeeDee Lamb. It was all bad, but it didn't look like the Packer defense was shutting down the Cowboys at all. Big interceptions. I'll get to that later. All right? But I like our matchup against the Packer defense. It doesn't look like they can totally shut us out, right? And what will kill us is turnovers. Brock back to game manager mode. Just don't take risks. You could take calculated risks. Just don't take unnecessary chances. Throw it to where only your guy can catch it. Okay, we can blow this game. I don't think we can lose it. What I really like, Eric Armstead is back. That's going to help us stop Aaron Jones. I love that Eric Armstead is back. In a close game, who's going to win? Who do you trust more? Brock or Love? I don't know. Both unproven. I don't know. But I feel better if we're stopping the run. I feel better if Eric Armstead is in there. All right? We have no offensive injuries. Another like. I'm liking all that. And like I said, 28th against the run the Packers. Then they're going to, what's that going to do? Is that going to hold up against Juszczyk and Kittle blocking? And my main man, number 71, run behind 71. I say the 49er of the year, Trent Williams, with McCaffrey and Debo and Mason and Mitchell. Let's go. All right. I love that the game is at our field. That's good for our kicker. That's good for our defense. Let's get to the dislikes. Jordan Love is hot. He's a second-rated quarterback, last 10 games, right behind Brock Purdy. Only throwing a 21 to 1 touchdown interception ratio? Maybe even better than that. This guy ain't throwing picks. If we get him to throw picks, it might throw him off. All right? He's hot. He's hot and he's young. He doesn't know no better. He doesn't know he's supposed to be nervous. The whole Packers are hot. They're the 7-3 the last 10 games, just like the 49ers. They're like in the NCAA tournament. You got this hot mid-major team, and if you get that one upset, you can keep winning until another team, until the big guy, until Duke or North Carolina puts it on your ass. You don't know you're not supposed to be there. The Packers don't know they're not supposed to be there. And maybe they should be there. But there's a lot of question marks. There is not 1,000-yard player on the Packers, but here's a dislike from my perspective. They have weapons everywhere. Dobbs, Watkins, Jones. They got athletes in every skill position. Okay, there's no consistency. It's not like having Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey. It's not like having guys you could trust. But here's the thing: if our third quarterback, if our we don't have Demo Lenore plays our dime. He plays our outside and dime in nickel situations. Our nickel in nickel situations. He plays our outside, with two receiver sets. But if Ambry Thomas for some reason is not back, if it's Isaiah Oliver, I'm not liking that, because you got an athlete, a playmaking athlete that can make a play on their team at every position. Okay? I like that Ambry Thomas had that surgery. I didn't see his name on the injury list, but that'll be something to watch for. What to watch for will come later on this week. I don't like the Packers. The Packers got to be brimming with confidence. I don't like that we're going to have a rookie safety where we might have to rely on younger guys like Womack and Luter at the safety. I'm not at the corner. I mean, I don't even know. Hawkins got hurt. Who's even going to be the starter if Gibbs or Brown get hurt? All right. And Jair Brown, I mean, he's a rookie. So you saw a lot of open receivers. This is why I don't sweat the Packers so much. There was a lot of open receivers. And I saw Love get away and hit him. But he didn't hit him clean. The guy's phenomenal. He's phenomenal, right? But I'm not saying like a lot of people, this is the worst matchup. I think it's the Rams. I want to see this kid when he gets hit. Everybody's got a plan until Nick Bosa hits him in the below the chin strap. But he was not sacked at all against the Packers. Micah Parsons didn't get him. But Randy Gregory, get after him. Bosa, get after him. Let's go. Hargrave, get after him. Gravedigger, get after this kid. I like Love. This guy's good, but hey, the Niners better have a scheme for this guy. Don't leave guys wide open. Please, I don't want to see Isaiah Oliver out there. And I don't want to overblow it, but I like guys like Dobbs and Watkins. every one of their players is an athlete and can make plays. Will they come through in the divisional championship game? I don't know. But I don't like their matchups after Ambry Thomas. And even Ambry Thomas, he could be hit or miss too. Ambry Thomas hasn't played. He could be inconsistent. He hasn't played in a couple weeks because of that hand injury. So I don't love it. I don't like that Love can run. He got away quite a bit against Dallas. He takes a pass rush right in the face and completes passes. He's not precise as Brock, man. He's courageous. He's courageous. He's a man. I like that about this guy. I like that about Love, but I don't like it. It's a dislike because the 49ers all year have gotten there and not finished the job. And this guy, if you don't finish a job, if you don't get him, he's going to complete the pass. I don't like that. I like Love. I love Love. But that's the, if the Niners don't get there, this guy will complete it with the man in his face. That's not good for the 49ers. But overall, I'm confident. Nick Bosa talked about how he feels about Love, gave him his respect. But you know what? If the Niners can keep him, get that pass rush there, be aggressive with our cornerbacks, I feel better about the Niners defensive backs against the Packers than I did against the Rams. I thought Kupp and Nakua, especially now, can get open too quick. I think the Niners I feel a little bit better. There's some discussion that, on a deep ball, it'll be tougher for Guillaume Lenore against these receivers, and I think that's fair. But I believe in Demo. I really believe in Demo. But after that, it's a question. Ambry Thomas has been inconsistent. Maybe he's been great, but we're relying on Isaiah Oliver, Luter Jr., and Sam Womack. After Demo, it's a question, and I think the Packers have enough weapons. Whoever that guy is, that's not Demo, that's not Mooney Ward, go after that, and then we got a rookie safety who might be out of position, and their coach can scheme them open, and the quarterback can find the open guy. I don't like that at all. All the weapons. All right. Here's the big dislike as far as the injury report. Dre Greenlaw. On the injury report, he's got a sore Achilles tendonitis. I don't like that at all. We need Dre Greenlaw. He's irreplaceable. We got some young talent, but I'm not even going to bring it up because you can't replace an athlete like Dre Greenlaw, the attitude he brings, and he knows which way to run, and he gets there with a bad attitude, baby. Can't replace big play Dre. Can't replace that guy. And I've had sore Achilles. It is scary because a torn Achilles, yikes, it's a little bit painful, a lot of bit painful, and you could rupture your Achilles and you will be done. And without Drake Greenlaw, it's very likely we will be done. But you know what? I ain't going to sweat it right now. I just don't like it. I don't like seeing Drake Greenlaw on the injury report with an Achilles injury. That's one that's scary. Achilles tendonitis, but you can warm that up. It might not be a factor. Thank God we are playing in Santa Clara and not Green Bay, because I'd be a lot more afraid if it was cold. But you know what? I still believe in the red and gold, baby. Woo! All right. Yeah, I don't like the pack of confidence. This is what really bothers me. Let me just get this one thing in there. Okay. 49ers Run defense. I like that Eric Armstead is back, but Aaron Jones, if the game is close, he is a phenomenal back. He's been back 4 games. He's been good every damn time. Great game against the Cowboys. He could be a big pain if this game is close. Let's not make it close. I do not like you, Aaron Jones. I like you as a human being, but I do not like you as a matchup for my 49ers. You're good in the pass game. You're a heck of a runner. Therefore, I hate your guts, bro! At least on Sunday against my 49ers. Aaron Jones, I don't like that. And again, what I did not like, and I want to reiterate this, Micah Parsons and the Cowboys sacked Love 0 times. I know I said it before, I'm going to say it again. And if it's one thing about this 49er defense, they have gotten there, but they didn't get their man. And what Love has done, he can throw with a guy in his face. He can throw on the move. He can find that wide open receiver in the defense. And we have a rookie safety. And they have weapons they can put out there. Any receiver they put out there is a good athlete. I'm not going to try to overblow it. There's no one that you could totally trust. There's no 1,000-yard guys out there, but there's guys. So who knows where they're going to be in the future? It's a big question mark. But everybody gets lucky. And if you're a 49er fan, you know people have gotten lucky against you. I don't want to see it happen. That's a dislike. But I have faith in the 49ers. Here's what I don't like. Saw a lot of missed kicks in the Super Wild Card weekend. And of course, I like Jake Moody, but I don't like the vibe right now. I want to believe in him. He's kicking at home, and he's kicking in Vegas. If we go to the Super Bowl, 2 places he has kicked, but he has missed at home, and he has missed in Vegas. So therefore, I don't like that. I don't like overall, aside from Mitch Wisnowski, our punter, we don't have any force. We don't have any big play ability in our special teams. In fact, I feel it's more likely for us to fumble or miss a kick we should make than for us to make a big play. We're not a threat on special teams. Would you allow Jake Moody to even kick a 60-yarder at the end of a half, just a throwaway kick? If he shanks it, you're afraid it's going to get in his head. So is he really a weapon? Are you really going to bring Debo at a kick returner? Punt return, we got nothing. I don't feel we have a chance to return a punt, no matter who's back there. Ray, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, brother. I was worried when you had that hand injury and you're coming back from another injury. Thank God, just go back there, catch it, and don't fumble. But you're a smaller guy, man. Ronnie Bell did not look good back there. And I don't like this feeling that we can't make any big plays as far as long field goals or any kick return. That's it. That's likes and dislikes. But like I said, I like this matchup better than a matchup against the Rams. Better than a matchup against the Cowboys. Reason being, experience is big. Talent and experience are very important. And I really like the Niners are rested and tested, okay? The 49ers should exploit the weakness in the Packers' running game. Brock should be aggressively intelligent and not worry about what anybody thinks. And the 49ers, like the night shift said, they should cakewalk to the Super Bowl if Kyle doesn't somehow choke. But I expect for you, Kyle Shanahan, I would like for you to have a good game plan, make some easy passes for Brock, and to the Super Bowl, we will cakewalk, baby. All right. Gary Lamm, NFL Mania, likes and dislikes. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be. Saturday! Of course, you know, the universe is trying to attack Gary Lamm and keep me from the Gary Lamm Event Maniacs. I may not do a post-game show because I'm going to be at SCW Square 1. Doors open, 5 p.m. We got a dark match. January 20th. That's kickoff time for the 49ers. I will be your color analysis. Watch it on YouTube. Big time main event. Boyce LeGrand versus Chemo. Boyce challenges Chemo for the SCW Championship of the World. 20 years of experience. What a big card in the Bay. And don't worry, between matches, yours truly is going to tell you what the score is. We got a nice venue. The game will be playing. Yeah. I didn't even have to ask because they knew damn well that Gary is faithful for life. But you know what? You got to be flexible for your friends. You got to flex. When the going gets tough, that's when you show your stuff, baby. It is what it is. All right. We got the Tag Team Championship on the line. There's going to be a new Tag Team Champion, Rockin' Rodeo Express. Sinning and winning versus a new iteration of the Bike Club. I can't wait to see these guys in action. I almost got bit before. I might have to keep a distance from these guys. We got Jordan Blue versus Scarlett Rose in women's action. SCW known for the women's action. And Butch Sawyer versus Cockamang, the Chainsaw versus the Mang Mang Gang. And more. All right. Gary Lamm, NFL Mania. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the Giants and Warriors. But I just want to give you my basic thoughts about what's going on with the Giants. I like the moves they're making. But it's the same point I had about Kyle Shanahan. You need some kind of consistency. You need reliability to take advantage of flexibility. You need a rock to stand on, baby. And the Giants just don't have it. You're getting a career reliever who throws 100 miles an hour. He fades it. He cuts it. I don't know his grip, but that dude has a hell of a fastball, and he's got a hell of a breaking ball. That's a hell of, if you're going to pay him like a reliever, and he could be a starter, yeah, that's great. And you got a Cy Young winner. But here, what there are question marks. Question marks. You need some kind of consistency in your life. You need something to believe in. And that's what the Giants don't got. And I'm not saying Farhan Zaidi's a bum, but there's a reason why they just hired Dusty Baker to do something in this organization. You got Melvin, you got Baker. Dusty Baker is a man. He gonna tell you how he feels. All right. Dusty Baker is the kind of guy. He's loyal to his players, man. Dusty Baker is what the Giants need right now. All right. So I think that's I think it's a good thing. And I'll talk to you next about the Warriors. I'm gonna tell you this right now before I get out of here. Mike Dunleavy better have it together. Because I'll tell you what he doesn't have. He don't got people skills. Draymond Green ain't calling Mike Dunleavy at 3 o'clock in the morning, or is he? I don't get the feel that Dunleavy is about the people. I'm not saying any of his moves are bad, but damn it! You need a defensive two-guard to have Steph Curry's back. They don't have it. They need a center. They're too damn small. It's obvious. The Chris Paul deal, it was obviously a deal to make a deal, and the Warriors are getting booed. I'll talk about Klay Thompson. I'll talk about that more in the next Gary Lamm Minute at Mania. But those things are decisions from the heart. And that's where I question Dunleavy. I'll talk about that and more. But just so you know the score, Gary Lamm Minute at Mania. We'll be back with Lammy for Lammy Moment of the Year and Podcast of the Year. Let me know how you like the Lammys this year. I broke them up instead of having one big show because I am the big show. But wherever you go, I want you to be safe and insane. I want you to keep it real and keep it clean. God bless you, friends. For Panda. For Gary Lamm. For all the Gary Lamm maniacs throughout the multiverse. I love you guys. Say goodbye to the bad guy, man.